We're there. Go.
Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Newsroom with my and Jordan. Hi Ryan.
Hey Jordan, I'm going to turn off this trippy music now.
Yes, the trippy music's the best.
It's good. I've listened to it so many times because of the amount of crashes that's just happened.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot to speak to you guys, and well, now we're here. Thank God nothing else happens. So yeah.
So
So
yeah,
cool.
welcome to this week's Newsroom. Can I?
So yeah, hi guys.
Hey.
We have another 3 stories for you. I think we'll just stay at 3 stories, won't we?
Yeah, probably.
Or 3 things,
Yeah.
should we say?
Yeah, I guess that's the right terminology, isn't it?
Yes. So where shall we start, Ryan?
We will start with the weird news, the weird and wonderful weirdness of the world and stuff. So yeah, Jordan's been doing his scooping again. We've been looking on countless numbers of sites and things to find out a news story for you, and this is the one we've come up with today. Which is it's not as good as the one we found last week, let's say that. But
Actually, I think this one's pretty good. Oh god.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Okay, fine, it's fine. So, the story we found, the title was Man Runs into Burning Home to Save His Xbox.
Now, this is the sort of thing I could see you doing, George. This is
the kind of thing I would see myself doing.
like, I've got nothing to live for. Ah.
I need my Xbox!
Yeah.
Ah! And then
So
I'd go
the
like,
story is, in fact, I don't know if I've actually got the link for this.
It's not really much about it. The actual
I'll have a
story
look.
itself is the gamer from Kansas, US, obviously, because there's nowhere else in the world called Kansas, had originally run out of his property when he noticed the flames. However, after remembering his beloved games console was still inside, he decided to return. The man managed to get his Xbox out and suffered for the efforts after inhaling smoke while making the rescue. Luckily, the man didn't suffer any serious injuries, but the fire did cause $80,000 worth of damage.
That's a lot of dollars worth of damage. Really,
Approximately, it's £48,467.
that's a lot of pounds. So this guy, does it say how his house set on fire at all?
No, there's literally nothing about it. There is a video, but I cannot be asked.
I'm just at the video now. I'm not going to watch that though. So yeah, it's an Xbox One, obviously. So that's
that's totally worth going back for.
well.
I think it would be.
Maybe, possibly. Yeah, I'm out already. So it's obviously this is going to be in the US of A because here in the UK we aren't that dumb, are we? Let's face it. Not being racist or nothing, but let's say this: if my house on fire, there's things I would grab before my Xbox or something, like my games console. So what would you grab, Joyd, if you could grab one thing on the way out? What would you get?
I don't know whether to do it a piss take or an actual thing.
Go for a real thing. What would you go for?
No, I don't mean I mean something I own, but like taking the piss. Because I've got a few things what I would do.
Well, no, let's just say your house on fire right now, and you got to run out, and you can only grab one thing. What are you going to grab?
I would grab a picture of what was painted for me.
That's pretty cool. What's the picture of? Can I ask?
It is an album cover. What I absolutely love.
What's the album?
Pierce the Veil, Collide with the Sky.
There you go, you heard it here first, guys. That's what Jordan would take if his house was on fire. Ask me now what I would take.
I don't want to.
Just ask me. Come on, let's just ask me.
Okay, what would you take, Ron?
Snacks. I would take snacks.
I mean, I'll take, like, if I had more time, I mean, I'd grab a lot of things. I mean, I would get my Xbox. It's like
Yeah,
you know when you're in year 7 at school and a fire alarm goes off and you're like, oh shit, I need to go, and you actually leave your stuff. When you get older, it's like
you
when
just
you're in year
casually
11,
walk out.
everyone
and, like,
picks up their
stuff in.
shit. It's like, leave your stuff in the classroom. We'll be back in a bit. Fuck that
Yeah.
shit. I don't want my stuff to burn.
We
Make
had
sure
fire-
you've got everything.
we had a fire
Put it
drill
in
at
your
college.
bag and you put it on.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
We had one at college and they were like, no, just leave everything. I'm like, I'm not going to leave all of my college work here, all of my bag, which has got like my £50 headphones in. I'm taking my bag. No, you've got to leave it. Like, the fire escape is literally 3 seconds down the corridor. It's the next door to the classroom we're in. I'm not leaving my bag. No, in all seriousness, I think I'd take...
Sorry, carry on.
What's that, sorry? No, I would take a guitar or something. Something, the first thing I could grab. Maybe some rum. I don't know. So yeah, so that was our weird... That's our weird snippet of news this week, isn't it? There's not a lot there.
It's a bit...
Because we couldn't find...
There's pretty much going on, like... In
No. Right, so next thing we're going to do is, last week we did gaming news, and this week we are going to do films of 2014. So I've got a list of films here, but in particular we are going to focus on, I'll just scroll through this list quickly. So there's Frankenstein, which looks amazing, Hercules, the new Transformers, which is going to be incredible.
Oh, actually, Hercules looks perfect. Yeah, because it's got the Rock in it.
Yeah, I'm going to say The Rock's in it, isn't he? X-Men Days of
The
Future Past, going to be, I think it's going to be mint. But the film that we want to focus on today is The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because, as we all know, there is 2 Spider-Mans. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
And of course the new Spider-Man. So the new Hobbit comes out this year as well, obviously, but that's not till like this year.
Good job, Brad.
So yeah, this year, yeah. So there's 2 Spider-Mans, but we will start with and the new Hunger Games. That looks pretty good. So
I haven't seen any of the others, so you know.
Have you not?
No.
Oh my god. So yeah, so obviously there's just Spider-Man, which was
Tobey Maguire.
yes, that's his name. Thank you for that. He was the original Spider-Man, and then they did the 3 films.
He wasn't really the original Spider-Man, was he? He was our generation's original Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, he was our original Spider-Man. And then they brought out the Amazing Spider-Man with, his name is Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield, I've got it up here.
And he was fucking awesome. He was such a better
He was a better Spider-Man, but a worse Peter Parker, I think.
Yeah, he didn't suit Peter Parker, but he suited Spider-Man, because Spider-Man was
because
like
he had that sort of
arsehole.
Deadpool-y thing about him.
I think if they ever made a Deadpool film, he would be a good Deadpool. But not anymore, because he is a Spider-Man.
Yeah. If they're going to do Deadpool, they've obviously got to use Stifler, haven't they? Let's face it. I'm being serious, he would actually make a great Deadpool.
I think he would. He actually would.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
Fabulous as shit.
It would. So The Amazing Spider-Man 1, I've not seen the whole thing, but have you seen it?
It was a fucking awesome film. It was
I saw it up to the bit when the giant lizard starts tearing up the city, and then I had to turn it off.
Why? It become too unrealistic.
Oh. No, I just had to go home. I was at Katie's house when I was watching
you getting a blowjob?
No, I wasn't actually. Unfortunately. But yeah, so that was a good film. I enjoyed this. But personally, I preferred the older Spider-Mans.
Really?
I think. I don't know. I can't even call it. I mean, Spider-Man 2.
I liked the first one. The second one was a bit of a I don't know. It was kind of.
No, I quite enjoyed the second one.
I did like it. I just didn't think it was as good as the first one, and the third one I absolutely loved.
I really enjoyed the
third one. I would say out of all of them,
up until that bit into the jazz club. You know when he goes in the jazz club and he starts being all evil and wearing his fringe and he just looks like a faggot.
Yeah. It was quite funny.
Yeah. So shall I have a read through the storyline of this film?
Go ahead.
We can look at the casting as well. We'll scroll down slowly. I'm not going to read them out, but you can read that for yourself. The storyline. We've always known that Spider-Man's most important battle has been with himself, : the the struggle between the ordinary obligations of Peter Parker and the extraordinary responsibilities of Spider-Man. But in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Peter Parker finds that a greater conflict lies ahead. I can't bother to read the rest of it, to be honest.
Who's the villain in it?
It's just Oscorp.
Oh, it's gonna be Green
Which
Goblin again. Fuck.
Which we all know. I think Rhino's in it, actually.
Oh shit! There's Rhino, Green Goblin, and
the Hunter, maybe?
Yes.
The Huntsman.
I think it is, actually.
That's what I'm gonna call. I'm not sure.
There's three guys in it because someone told me about it.
Yeah, the Rhino's in it.
Yeah.
Electro.
That was it. It wasn't fucking Huntsman. And it's Green Goblin. Or Red Goblin.
It doesn't say anything about a goblin here yet, but this is still fully not updated completely. So yeah. Yeah. Have we got anything else to talk about on Spider-Man? The games are
incredible. I remember the original ones. I know, just fucking hilarious. It was like you couldn't. It was like you were just stuck on a rooftop all the time. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and then
if you fell in between the buildings,
just got into your swing. Yeah, and then you got Spider-Man 2, the game on Xbox.
That was
incredible.
Amazing.
You just got
that was one of the best.
You just get the hang of doing the web swinging, and then you just catch one of the triggers out of time. And then you ended up just stuck between two buildings.
Yeah. And
you just couldn't swing anymore. But other than that was a mint game.
It was, and then they were really good because it was like a free-roam Spider-Man game.
Yeah, there wasn't like a complete story.
Nah, the storyline was a bit shit. The actual gameplay was really good in itself. See, we went on and talking about gaming. Yeah. It was kind of like
gaming is good.
It was kind of like I think Prototype got its sort of I think Prototype got like inspiration from that. Because if you look at the original and then look at Prototype,
say that again. You broke up there. Sorry, say that again quickly. You broke up there.
If you look at the original, well, not the original Spider-Man game, but like the first one where he was like free roam and shit, and then look at Prototype.
Yes.
You'll see the similarities.
Yes.
They're actually really similar. I'm like thinking about it now, and it was But anyway,
there's some pictures on my screen here that I'm just scrolling through, and they look class. Electro looks really cool. Peter Parker just looks cool as fuck because he is cool as fuck. There's no pictures of Rhino yet though, which is a bit sad because the Rhino is incredible. Just keep scrolling. Is there any more?
I think they should totally do a film with Nightmare in it.
Who's Nightmare?
I don't know if he's in. No, it's not Nightmare. I can't remember his name.
Do you mean Carnage?
That's it.
The Spider-Man villain, like the symbiotes, the red thing.
I think so. Yeah. He was cool as dick. It was Nightmare in a. It was Nightmare in a DC comics. That's what I was thinking about. Oh shit! I know a joke, and this is quoted from one of the greatest men. Well, it wasn't really a real man, but you know, it's quoted from him. I know a joke. It's about two guys in a lunatic asylum, and they get sick of it, and they want to leave. So they decide to escape that night, and they're on the rooftop staring over the sprawling city, and just a gap in a rooftop separating them from their like just complete, you know, being free and out of there.
Yeah.
And then the first guy jumps over the gap, completely fine, harmless. There's nothing wrong. And then and then the other guy is like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. And then the guy who's over the gap is like, okay, I've got a torch. I'll shine the light, and you walk across the beam of light. And the guy went, do you think I'm fucking crazy? You'll turn the light off as soon as I'm halfway over it.
That's really good. A bit anticlimactic, but really good.
I love the Joker.
Right, so this brings us on to the last part of the news, which isn't really a news part, but
it's Wow.
That was the transaction for the next part.
You actually need to do that
And then when
for each section.
okay, and then when it goes back down, it goes. Okay, so we're going into the last section of the news, which I'll play the theme tune for now.
Fucking hell. This is awful.
So, welcome to the random section of the news. This is where we call a random thing and we talk about it. Well, try to. And this week it's Jordan's turn. So, go for it.
The thing
Hit me.
what I actually found really annoying was that I Am Legend the film is nothing like the book that it's based on.
Yes, I've not read the book, but I remember people telling me about this. As a film, I can't fault it.
I will
think it's a great
admit, it was a
film.
fucking amazing film. There's nothing wrong with it.
Will Smith is
True.
such a great actor for being able, and he's black, of course, that makes him
and his
better.
dick is huge.
Yeah, he's got to tape his dick to his shoulder to stop it slapping him in the face when he sleeps.
Yes, he has to do that. The dog had to sleep on it. Oh god, I farted. But yeah,
Yeah.
But in the book, you know how Will Smith was like dense, but well, he wasn't really as dense as balls as he is now. Oh fucking, that's Will Smith. Do you know how he was like always working out and stuff, eating healthy?
Yeah, and he's like doing the pull-ups and running on the treadmill with his
The
dog
actual
and shit,
actual character, like Robert Neville in the book, he's a smoker, alcoholic. He has depression, and he's.
Well, that's understandable, really, if all of his family.
Oh,
like,
they didn't
ran
really
away.
run away. They
Like-
died.
Well, no,
Spoiler.
they went to the safe zone, didn't they?
Spoiler: they do die. If you
Well,
if you
yeah.
haven't seen the film, what 6 years, 8 years along the line since it's been released, then you can't see it. Yeah,
Is that how long it's been?
it has
fair
actually been
enough.
that long.
Oh, wow. Well, first time I watched Iron Legend, it was ruined for me because I didn't watch it in cinema, so I got all the memes and stuff on the internet, like, oh my god, spoiler alert. the
I
dog
cried
dies.
when the dog died.
It really upset me, but because I knew it was going to happen,
I didn't
just
know the dog
when,
was gonna die. Actually,
I did, see, so it
oh,
ruined
that's
it for me.
depressing.
Yeah, but the Bob Marley in
Yeah.
that film, it's great. So yeah, so carry on, there's differences and similarities.
The
between book
similarities
and
are
film.
like. There's not very many similarities, to be fair. The only really one is the fact they share the same name.
Well, fair enough.
There isn't.
Is there a dog
There
in the
are
book?
dogs, but they're
Right.
they're like.
He
Exactly,
doesn't have
but-
a dog. That's. I suppose they had to put something in for him to
Yeah,
interact with.
Do
I
you
guess.
know? Do you know? I don't know what they were in the film. What would you say like the creatures were?
Well, they were meant to be
They're
zombies, but they're just
they're
sort of
vampires.
degenerate. They're like
Yeah.
in the book, aren't they? Yeah. They were like degenerated humans.
I think
really,
I'm
weren't
not.
they?
It
Just
was
like
really because
in the
it
film.
like thinking back to the film because that was one of my favorite films of all time, and it's like
Yeah. It's all about the epic niche at the end when the zombies headbutt the glass.
and he runs
He's like,
with
"Come
the
at me!
grenade.
Come at me!"
That was an
Yeah.
awful ending. It was a great film, but the ending was just dreadful.
Well, at least he didn't survive. That would have ruined it, really. If they had a happy
Well, it was a
ending.
happy ending, wasn't it? It was like
It was a semi-happy.
it was
ending,
the
wasn't
most
it, I suppose?
depressing part of it was the fact that Will Smith died.
Yeah. He's dead.
It was just that.
Well, this is a common reoccurrence, though, isn't it? Like every single film and every single book, the screenplay is
Actually-
different than the book.
Actually, one
Like-
thing what I've just remembered now. Actually, but carry on with your thing. I'll say this after.
Yeah. Well, I know. So if it's about
It's not about I Am
I'm
Legend.
say it
so
now before I carry on.
That's why.
Oh no, like even the Harry Potter books. There's some really in the last
There's
book,
so
for
much
example.
missed out. Yeah.
Yeah, and the last book, one of the best books I've ever read.
I was
It's
going
only
to
one
say,
of
have
the
you
only
even
books I've ever
actually read
but-
any? Really?
I've read all the Harry Potter books.
Fair enough.
But in the yeah, well, most of it.
You've just read
the
the
last
last
one.
page and be like, oh, okay, that's what happens. And close the books.
Yeah, if Voldemort dies, oh, okay. Yeah. But the way that the ending of the film happened, it just really angered me, because it's nothing like it ends in the book. And that just really annoyed me. And one of my favourite books that I've ever read is the Darren Shan Circle of Freak books. They talk about a vampire and shit.
I saw that.
They're
Yeah,
really
I
good
saw
books.
that
They
in
brought out the film. The Vampire's Assistant, the film. It's a good film. It doesn't do the book any justice, though.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. But you need to say whatever you're going to say, and then we'll bring this to a close.
Do you want to know?
20-minute mark.
Did you ever watch Doom? Yeah, there's a film based on the game, and yeah, and then The Rock was in it, and The Rock. There's a part in it where he's. Well, yeah, oh no, because you haven't seen it. I can spoil it because this is a really old film now. So basically, The Rock is like, getting dragged underneath this door by one of the creatures, and it's like, I'm one of the main characters. I'm the hero. I'm not meant to die. Yeah, and then he dies.
Does he actually say that?
And it's like, fucking hell, that's brilliant.
That's great. Right, so I'm gonna play us out.
Legal babble. Bye, guys.
Legal babble. Peace out, guys.
That was fun.
What an ending. I don't know if I've stopped recording or not, so I'll have to edit this bit.